Okay, so let's jump right in. We're going to be exploring a world that's, well, it's a lot more than just a cool backdrop for a single game. This is about a living, breathing universe, designed from the ground up to be the foundation for endless stories. And they're all driven by one single, really powerful idea: choice. So, welcome to the land of Diegoon. I mean, at first glance, it is absolutely breathtaking, right? You've got these massive islands just floating through the clouds, connected by these rickety-looking bridges. It's a fantasy world that's practically begging you to come explore it. But you really don't want to let all that beauty fool you, because just beneath that serene surface, there's constant danger and a whole lot of simmering conflict. So, how does a world of floating islands even work? Let's peel back the layers a bit and really look at the foundations of this unique fantasy setting. From the magic that's holding it all together to the societies that are built so precariously right on top of it. This image right here, it just perfectly captures the world's core duality. So up top, you have everything held aloft by these powerful, life-giving things called sky crystals. They're basically the world's lifeblood, but that also makes them a source of huge conflict. See, overharvesting has left these ancient mines super unstable, which threatens the islands themselves. And then, way down beneath the clouds, you have the underneath, a realm of perilous seas and shadowy ports like Scumhaven, which is home to pirates, criminals, and all sorts of forgotten secrets. The society here is built on some equally shifting ground. At the very top, you have the royal family, and they govern the 11 main sky islands. But each of those islands also kind of operates as its own independent state, led by a figure they call a Driton. Then you go down another level, to the ground, and each town is led by a ranger, who's part mayor, part sheriff. And the way this is designed is just brilliant, because it creates these natural points of conflict and adventure at every single level, from royal court intrigue right down to defending a local village. So that's the world. But how do you, the player, actually fit into all of this? Well, this is where it gets personal. Let's take a look at how you enter this world and experience its stories through the eyes of its really diverse heroes. In Diegoon, choosing a hero is not just about picking a set of cool abilities. It's about choosing a completely unique lens through which you're going to view and interact with the world. Are you going to solve problems with just brute force as the barbarian? Reshape the entire battlefield with arcane mastery as the wizard? Or maybe strike from the shadows as the assassin? Each one offers a totally different path. This quote just nails the barbarian. You are the team's battering ram. It's a super high-risk, high-reward playstyle. You've got moves like Brute Slam to charge in and deal a bunch of damage, but then you have something like Skullbreaker, which deals a massive 5 damage, but it also hurts you in the process. You're an absolute powerhouse, for sure, but you're constantly weighing that destruction against your own survival. And if the barbarian is a hammer, the wizard is a battlefield controller. You're not just dealing damage, you are literally reshaping the entire fight. A spell like Quake doesn't just hurt enemies, it physically shoves them back 2 spaces. Now, that could create an escape route for an ally, or it could set up another hero's attack perfectly. You control the flow of the whole battle. Then you have the Assassin, a master of precision and timing. Their entire kit is built around hit-and-run tactics. An ability like Phantom Flash lets you move in 2 spaces, deal your damage, and then retreat 1 space, all before the enemy can even react. You're like this deadly dart of positioning and opportunity, just waiting to strike when your foe is most vulnerable. And trust me, you are going to need those skills because this world is filled with some very real threats. The stories from Diegoon, they show us just how dangerous it can be. We read about kids like Jameson and Penelope getting chased through dark woods by these monstrous stone prowlers, creatures literally made of rock and sinister magic. Or about normally docile creatures like the Diegoons being twisted and corrupted into these jagged, fearsome beasts by wannabe wizards. These aren't just abstract monsters on a game board. They are real dangers that its inhabitants face every single day. Okay, so we have a world, and we have our heroes. But how do your actions actually impact that world? Let's shift our focus to the mechanics, the physics of Diegoon, that make your choices truly meaningful. I mean, it's the key question for any story-driven game, right? It's one thing to say choices matter, but it's a whole other thing to actually show it. So how does Diegoon deliver on that promise? Well, it starts with the world itself. The map is completely modular. It literally does not exist until you discover it. You build it piece by piece with these hex tiles as you explore, which ensures that no 2 journeys are ever the same. The very ground you walk on is a product of your unique adventure. So see this in action, let's look at a case study of a single scenario. It's called Minor Inconvenience. The setup is simple.
Go investigate some old, unstable sky crystal mines to find some mysterious person. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Well, it's anything but.
This right here illustrates just how much your actions can cause the story to diverge. This single, simple starting point can lead to three wildly different climaxes, and the outcome is based entirely on one single factor: how thoroughly your party chooses to explore. Just think about what this actually means. If you do a quick search and you only find 2 mines, you trigger a player versus player showdown because one of your own allies gets hypnotized and turns on you. But if you take your time and discover a 3rd mine, you instead awaken ancient tree monsters for a big fight. And what if you push for maximum exploration and find all 4 mines? Well, then you uncover a deep corruption that creates a powerful boss monster that threatens the entire island. This isn't just a branching path. This is a reactive world that remembers your decisions. Now, this deep, choice-driven world building isn't just for one board game. This is where we get to see the grander vision for Diegoon. It's all about cultivating an entire universe of interconnected experiences. The whole strategy is based on what's called a hub-and-spoke model. So the core board game, Shifting Isles, that's the narrative and mechanical hub. It's the center of everything. But from that core, other games and other media can branch off, and each one can stand on its own, but it also enriches the whole. A dungeon crawler card game, a fortress defense game, they all connect back to this central world. And here is a perfect, tangible example of a spoke. An anthology audio series called Tales from the Isles. As the storyteller character in this series says, this world is one brimming with tales and legend, and someone must preserve them. This series does exactly that. It deepens the lore for existing fans, it provides backstory for characters and quests you might find in the game, and it serves as a brand new entry point for audiences who might discover the world through story first. And this all feeds into the core strategic vision, which is defined as the IP flywheel. It's this really cool self-sustaining creative loop. You have rich lore that inspires compelling games. Those games generate unique player-driven stories. And those stories then fuel new media, like that audio series, which in turn expands the lore and inspires even more games. It just keeps going. And this diagram just illustrates the entire concept brilliantly in one image. You can see the complete cycle. It's designed to be this ever-expanding world that engages fans across multiple platforms and mediums, building a loyal community for years and years to come. It all starts with a rich, responsive world, and it just grows from there. Which really brings us full circle, right back to the central idea of this entire universe. Whether you're playing the board game, or listening to the audio series, or engaging with any other part of this world, the core idea is always the same. This isn't just a game you play. It's a story you built, one choice at a time. So really, the only question left is the one that lies at the very heart of Diegoon. In a world that shifts with every single choice you make, what story will you tell?